He tells me he's a fresh boy. This of course could Lambano believe in.
Wow.
I'm like, it means yes, you're a fresh boy. Says saying, whoa,
7-year-old boy.
He's a fresh boy. Well, media namusri. Talk to your child well. Let's get closer to them. Look, as if when all is said and done, we come back to family. Omunti na yebrei. Because a young could sing and can die and shall anya sembia. Omunti na yebrei. Inti mo maye and fire holding in and this catchy baby. And then not ye busia for ye ma ni yiri ye kunu no ma baye ohohoy amai or feebagum. Let's not become strangers to our immediate family in the name of chasing money, in the name of running around, in the name of hustling. Bosco, but my last one, I mean, Shem come up when I say, why? What will you play for me?
Yeah.
In the mix. Move back. 5-5 featuring our PHs. Okay.
Yeah, Halifax.
No, yes.
1 minute.
Answer in the mix, no baby.
I send me a working. I came my dream baby so. Just yesterday.
And right, yeah.
And right, yeah. A year before condition improvement.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you're more new na could draw baby na feed so as usual kwala kitikiti no mo around no. Omudio mo hu be jimu.
Be can be asking Jalami.
Charlie. Sana kwala no mo sano. Feed papa bi be ji mic na o si na ko no super so be sebi. Na so hwe sana kwala no mo sana. Or ba on the nimbe guasi.
I say.
Inti and seriously our children they look older than they are. It's a penny for sapa na nkwala yi say.
And penny for sanu yes anu saying.
If I say penny for the penny for. Me you point me the videos be better.
Well to me
that. And mo free
etiefo hu video no antian ka obetwa hu fo ni kakra ma sanu eti saying penny for. Ade omoafo aboju omo di asa. Anomo kita. What is working state? Woma.
Actually, let me say the chunk of omo buy ye no. Market women from Malam.
Okay.
Malam market women. Majority of the attendees of the funeral. Bedru time be I feel their sour mo son. Which means na bibi wom kakra.
Then
they dancing. Not to pay. Asemaka.
Nti akwada ibu atopa.
Akwada ibu more than atopa.
Hey, say I don't know your more than atopa dia. Ent me twan for no more.
7-year-olds and thereabouts, you know. Yeah, so we see you are right.
Well, I mean, there was another video of a famous musician, Endo Baronia, a performer with baby, and offer what looks like a teenage boy on the new stage. So, Mama blindfolded Aquadano, Omodi bandana. I mean, they're blindfolded, and Oma Aquadano da, it was stage, and Oma. One of the dancers, skimpily dressed, said, or when you nyam net you nyam, succulent, fresh, and juicy, a cheap jina ho kama. And obey reach na kwadaiso. It was stage, winding him, grinding him, something moist and wet and slippery and juicy, just grinding him on stage. And a bit more this on Facebook said, if it were the other way round, say a bema male musician, wako show, wafre a teenage girl, oye no sa, what will people say?
Thank you.
But wako ye be me idie. Say zenye ibia. And see, and then kwada mabi. Anyway.
You are right, Halifax.
Anyway.
It will be another topic for another day.
But to say when you don't like the musician you are talking about it. But Charles rights is Charles rights. I mean it's
let's say the generation when the men have become the victims more or less rather.
The men have become
men have become victims. With regard to this particular example here I will make you. But the generality of life. Ama ye me mano. Ya beye bibi uko kan bibi kakra efa nia ema eye again be ma ho yes ya to din say you hate women you do you know me no. Otherwise how can it be say You see, behind every successful man, there is a woman, which I know is not true.
Oh,
which I know, Halifax.
No, you disagree with that statement behind every successful there is a woman.
Yes.
Oh,
I know several men who have been successful before they married. I know several men who, after they married, their business began to crumble. And so who beside a man say, now then I must see, so one example say, we so worry, and so why ye? I must see any mommy war. Then they change the narrative to women. You see, if you educate a man, you educate an individual. You educate a woman, and you educate the whole public. Is it always true?
So point us where you disagree. I mean,
yes. I mean, I don't think it is entirely true. Say if you I believe if James Quadre Agri were alive today, he would change that sentence a little bit. Well, in several areas, I can give you several examples of statements. Yet to. And because society has accepted them, what else have we to say? But say, yes, men have also been marginalized, and on several fronts.
Okay, now I wanted to play a song, but let's go straight.
Okay.
There was a statement on the official Facebook site of the Ghana Police Service. Let me read a statement for you. Na measure segment me translate here now into BMD and some wine on the official Facebook page of the Ghana Police Service. And what does it say? Obi ya statement na yila, but nyame wo honti mehu. Statement here ent me yila ene of all this. Mehu. Bosco, where is that song we were playing there that time? Yeah, I hate it. And it was talked. So Ghana Police Service, the statements be about. This is it. Police inspector arrested for the murder of a woman in Kumasi in the Ashanti region. The police have this evening arrested a police officer, Inspector Ahmed Chumesi, who is alleged to have shot and killed a female adult who was believed to be his girlfriend. The shooting incident occurred in Kumasi in the Ashanti region on Thursday, 20th April 2023. The suspect, who has been on the run since the incident, was arrested at Sechere near Efidiasi in the Ashanti region as a result of a special police operation which was launched following the shooting incident. The suspect is currently in police custody and will be put before court to face justice. About a police for Enra Enyumre, Enra Sunday, Omwachi police officer Bia or police inspector Ndindi Inspector Ahmed Chumesi. Boneben Omusi Papei allegation one so say wakun obayewa bi ewo Ashanti region. Na sa obayewa no ebi musi oyenimpana. Na okon Thursday atwemi. Na okon no wie ye no na inspector no dwane ye. Nkakra omunsa aka no nti sisi a omuni no ashim odim enen so obedim na ebh na within the week na omuni na court. What is the background story? Nene, it was on Friday morning. I was coming to radio and I was listening to Kwame Amo sitting in for Tikesie, interviewing our Ashanti regional editor for The Spite Media, Samson Kenya Miche.
Okay.
And that was the first time the news was breaking. Say police inspector was bedroom. And Oji ni two. And all the pointy Obayiwan. And no shooting 5 times. Pew.
In public glare.
In public glare. Oh yeah, no. And over it now pragiabimu wako. In fact, after the first 2 shots, the girl didn't die. I don't know which part of the body he shot. But people heard her saying, "Oh, Tago, men kumi. Oh, men kumi, men yes." And a papa the 3 just knocked her off completely. And the report around says that the girl in question is a side chick to this police officer. Now, police officer is a wawario or wayiri. The girl too has a child, and she has a serious boyfriend who is a footballer. And the reporter that the police officer says he has reason to believe the girl is cheating on him. And ya who has him then? Wow, worry. Ah, wayiri. With side chick in so. And also, I want a serious guy and her daughter. And you are saying the girl is cheating on you. And see where you to pay. Welcome. I watched an interview over the weekend of a man who introduced himself as the father of the girl who has been shot.
Okay.
These days, I'm careful how I don't want to see what the father said. No, a man who introduced himself as the father of the girl being interviewed on GH page. And then he said, "Oh, yes, it's the father of the girl. And this is not the first time the policeman is misbehaving. Say once upon a time, Oba Mufi. Say Oba Bebu Akwadano. That is Oba Iwano Awakono. Na enyo mo mo wafi omuso ni mwanka. Oba bobo na nim trade rough.
Wow.
Obey won worry no. Onya wo yire. Onya wo ba. Onya wo slave. Slave is akoa, right? Onya wo akoa. Say when you be chimpana. Na wo feel say nepa no cheat on you a. Mani nkoe. Because onya wo yire. Wo boy wo yire. E wo fi. Ah, wo so wo cheat on wo yire o. Wo de obi amba wo tuo. Now, we are police inspector more. So I believe your senses are intact. When you be you will free psychiatric hospital. And if you go on the Despite Media social website pages, there are videos of the girl's parents in the family house, crying. Side check Jumei and that femo. And that fem sa will be here. And that fem. And I didn't even know that in this country, the punishment for cheating is shooting. And to be cheating on you and I can't hear police for any soldier for any 2 idea. Or be cheating on us, then what do we do? I never knew when our society decayed to this extent. It was a shame. And it brings a lot of questions to mind. Say, Papa no den I mean, problem ben no fame. You sure say, was he depressed? Nah, only will be born como. I mean, such situations, what do we do? I have 2 topics I want to discuss on this holiday. Because any holiday, obi of you. Who see me, who was side chick. Mbasa me kamamu. Wokno no nem pass on so what side chick. And see, yentie, yembon komo, yemfa ho adwen. So the china be who side chick cheating on you are. Wonko ye mboa de obekwa akwadem for life. Ah, we yiri ne womba. Afide no mo bre of you. Menu ava. Some mo date married man. Ah, mo jino nkakra. Mo nhwe you. Say mo nko ya ade a enye. Na mo na ye de mo picture be ye obituary ya what a shock here to say ye ma do obituary all over idiot. I mean, but I ask myself, Madra family moon swear if what the man who says his Madra's father is saying is true. I mean, what happened? Say mo mumba. Police in Abawa say we me babe bone. And you didn't end the relationship. And I'm on them. Anyway. Ebi mo si kakra ebe dintia. Ohia. Na enye ohia ntia nka who inspector kra ne pimpo ya ahimpo. Omunyaska. Inspector pay ya. Na ye biem So be hwe ne yiri ni mba omun kosko akese no nsa nya bi ma ni mpna
so munyaska
amunya wo pay mu na amunya wo baby foforo
where bet me have say baby foforo because minim constable sa omo asisi dan it's an inspector padia omoska na case is a baho he may not be the station officer but say village bi anka inspector padia
nene bail you free reporting you free police dey any paper no di nti omunya den
why they can't tell
oh sana ban say I mean isn't that law sana obi adim go Ghana say bail you free bail in fact when you get omo the atari or police is your friend don't pay for bail is free
be sure say people Oscar and yes anka obi a dirty footballer pa popular footballer now Osafo say dating the
no men fair no but for footballers some Ghana popular ben I mean you see
so
well, I mean he's a well known in the area but see footballer on do footballer mujisika we yeah normal Premier League ni coast players or munya hute. Now let's play King Palutes Yebehiti whilst Nene posts his thoughts together on paper. So after this short song, we come and discuss this thing properly. What is happening? Because Nansenya in Che Piana another top banker.
And no maybe.
Oh no, so ni yiri ni panani ye implementary by force. Nyame mbo na yen hiti. Ye hiti pa yen go di obi kunu echi. Na endin semsem bebre beba.
Of Eden. Here we are. It's the king. What you say? I am King Paluta. Unless they kill God, nobody obituary near billboard. Sunny at your once and a post off. Masakin Paluta, I'm in full force. I'm moving on your Fakasicania when I can hear the Vibasa Yamasa. And that's what they're walking Paluta, me arena. And you're two coins a caterpillar. Yeah, you bet cheap about a seat and now a CP. Ne form it, yeah, shut down Richie. Now no surona said Jackie. I buy for a line, we see a coin, and so you make us make you way. Yanni, the kind of nobody to a girl. As on to my time, and I'm a palamon, yeah, time near God was on to. Hey! You benya sikane, you benya sikachi, you benya obasimane na tika. Ya kaya tete, ya kaya pura, eso ya ete, eso ya ete. You benya sikane, you benya sikachi, you benya obasimane na tika.
Bro, then so ya hitting.
For they say, and Cabina Sako commission, Sunyaminti, the Chama hete, Okatra against Sikana Bitch, no
with your host, Halifax Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Shout out to fans of Muguapa Trapa, telling me a slim to who make a cracker.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host, Halifax Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
Next year, go Dubai for the summer.
Ye benya odo sime ni netne. Ya hiti. Ya puro. Nenso ya hiti. Ye benya odo sime ni netne. Nya inspector webi. Aji. General so Christopher mo kwa ba.
Mejo so minu.
Pasha boko die.
Chale bibia boko.
Okay.
Alokotofo no na a chikwan ni na ma yakachiri but nyame wo
Kafra.
yeah
Nene.
yeah Hali
Inspector we then e see ye ni den. Lessons been na yinsu enfrim. Side chick tie. Married men who tie. What are the lessons to be learned?
okay, to start with Halifax, Inspector Ahmed Chumesi. I think the Mansha police. Yeah.
Okay, FM. Okay. Once you.
The police for us is at least they've been able to arrest one of their own. Papaya or yes, Hadi. This is the first time in many years. Ewo Ghana ha. Matise Obi Esheda Eshutu ni girlfriend or ni so-called lover in public.
In public.
In public pa. Now so ye bema I didn't know shooting in public. No, I didn't one man in Sanso say mobechi me. Makuno inti mobechi me move amunko. But onu jani. You know, when people do such acts of cowardice and they pretend they are brave, no, at the end of the day, they rather run away.
Na say ojina ombechi no ebono. Into no jani ye.
Inti bro keka yebe bro. Now then we will be in public. Say you want to show bravado. Say we are brave. I mean, you want to brag about it. Say me kunu niya who say yes. Next time.
Me na me kunu.
So I didn't know Johnny. Why did he run? I mean, it's crazy. Definitely we will come to that.
Okay.
Definitely it could be a bufu because obiani ho abe obde niji ebe kumbo bisa. He's definitely angry at something. But coming back to look at this issue of side chick, about a month and a half ago or two, we were talking about a bank official. And also a side chick as him. And you some be brave.
And then go see poto.
And you caught to semone.
Papa no granya so a banker person na sofo.
Thank you. Your sofo and a banker. Next say side chicky. And ye nkwala na womu. Na so forms to wom. Na bankers wom. Na say dey it is a police force wom.
Enya politicians
inspector moi. Na the politicians dey na nyamba.
Politicians there no and shed them by and then so you make prime minister bia obi country no say on share pajamas na on money na so back on turn around on koto on bunimu to say monk on ya no ba ya who's the name say side chief one na ya ni
so it's like almost everybody has a hand in that pie. Honuma be some area bia obia dey grow sort of.
It's becoming part of society.
It's becoming part
say
of society.
In Pennsylvania now was side chicks.
More side chick. No more the agro. And then, you know. But I don't know. In the case of this man, Ahmed Chumasi. Inspector, no. Is it love that made you to kill somebody you claim you love? Is it jealousy? Extreme jealousy based on probably suspicion and hearsay in the maukumana. Is it emotional imbalance and now psychological imbalance? The mauyesadi. Whichever way we look at it, no, papa no ye no, it's not normal.
And yefe.
Apart from saying yefe, no, I'm say bibi hano, sort of.
Okay.
Now, Papa no owoyere. And in spite of that, no decided say, obekwa ko fa side chick. Girl no su oni obi wo ho. But ono so see, okay, so see me only between the amiso me no between. So why don't you have that kind of gentleman's understanding?
Say understand obi that says.
Understanding say
ye na ye wia ye huna ye boy bra.
Inti uhiamia semi wadaji a ubehumi se uhiami na mi ni adaji a you should know that I'm committed elsewhere. Se uhumi ni nipa krono anami uhumi ni obinsu a you don't have to be excessively jealous. Na papa no so atiase se na girl no so atiase se ohun se oni ni wife come marketer. She should also control her emotions. Because Nyamu ye officially unofficial.
You officially unofficial. Yatias say you official nensu enye oh no terms.
Yeah, but otherwise how can the person do that? Halifax, I mean, there's no way you can explain this to any logical conclusion. Say we. I mean, I can't. Nobody. Now, so at the end of the day, no lawyer near or try papa. I mean, we are not trying to be
love. Sometimes love envelopes you. Then I was taking a deep breath. Just say, about to say,
See who's telling me about love.
Then into you see, a beer, sana almost say, when him say me were yeary. One so mean to me, wow.
Okay.
Into when you be war and said, I'm your bad sir. But along the way, no, Nene, you can fall deeply in love and lose your senses. So,
Okay.
it be a odona chino. It be a girl, no, ni subain bi, ni yobi, and na ni mpemwa grobi. Something has captured him. I feel sa official no. Ye frame. It be a mabo hoka. Matosia mao wusi wuko ye course we ma ya. And now, although I'm married and you have somebody, baby, you are not having time for me as it used to be. And love can make people look. Safo knows what I'm talking about. I know somebody who fell in love, and started to insult his boss and the people who give him a place to sleep. And yeah. Then later, when the boss spoke, he said he's going to enter the Kole Lagoon and die.
Oh.
Because he's in love. Was it Nana who sang that song? Love doesn't ask why, speaks from the heart and never explain. That's why you love. Love can make a man do the craziest of things.
Yeah.
So maybe he fell in love and lost his senses.
It's not only a man.
And a woman too.
And a woman too. Recently said there was a story about a woman who poured acid on the rival. You know, it was all over the place. A woman
to defend her love.
Yes, so people can do crazy things to defend or to protect the people they claim they love. So that's short TikTok a year when Obani Bema or Munam was store. Na Bema no share Obafo for na Obano Frechi now a Bob Bema na some, you know. Turning the head. So don't look at that angle, you know, that sort of a thing. So sometimes love can make people go crazy. But in our side of the world, you know, usually, you know, Sansan and Bema, when we say Bema, Ako Kum Obano, that is from the man's side. It's usually, Nasika must say one,
Eka ma
bo, Ewo Obai hu, Utiasie, se mi kanchirewa, Musumbia mi manu say, Enami, or see me ye women like you were saying, you know. Or see me ye way mano, my ye, or see me to way mano, na mato way a mano. You know, so upon all this, of you say, why ye near be brave a manoa. Eko drew babies, I won't say again, no, or yado obi chen, no, and I sent to Quabia bagay no peso, Wakopaga, no or see their beat. And why ye is too much into the miko, with your few say, I just a maluzu into the adipa way in Yanako be. You know, and that kind of thing. So sometimes, I mean, very often it starts from the man's angle. It starts from, and I must say, now. Otherwise, what else? Inspector, young girl. Unfortunately, we don't know the work the girl does. Say, Ejima or ye nim. But
if you make a crowd get it,
it's likely say police in Nenuna. Or say Sikawo again, no.
Oh, na say who was side chick there? Say who no best sponsor side chick. And your section the best sponsor sugar daddy.
That's why I also touch on emotional imbalance and psychological because oye papa aka onye ni awoyi. Seriously, Halifax.
Okay, nene sebi when kakra.
Okay.
Branti bremo no. Na brebi say wo ho. Say obi a waware. One ni yiri na wo fi. Na owompana. Na onfansie. Na nimpana no so wo boy. Na nimpana no kra wo ba. And it's open. Was it like that in your younger days?
Oh, Halifax. Nyama ye hu ende. Enye ne start
Sa.
Nyama ye hu no nde, nyama ye nsema ye ti nde ni ne keka hu. Dodo na ewo ache. Even from biblical days. Ewo. But as to whether they were going to the extent of killing is another thing. Because the rate at which people do go crazy these days in the name of love, no. Maybe a time, no, maybe an information and yeah, so much into no. A chance and obeti. Once a while, yes, obitumi mekuni yiri oba bi betumi poison ikunu because of jealousy, because of japadie, a property na obi poison ikunu kakra because wa humbe ma bi oni no discuss say obitumi eliminate papa ya mini ubetana that sort of we pa ikra wa juju ontumi nyehwe na dey na, you know, that kind of sad man would there wo. But to the extent say side chick umpana wa wo yiri dada unne yiri na wonu so ne yiri na mo twi mpana eno so ye different narrative
we dey wo yiri
we dey wo yiri
ono so ne obi na ehye ho
ono so no bi hye ho na we see feel say mumie no ma agree say chale ye be ball game kakra nti say mu bono yi na say eyi ntiase amba. Why do you go to the extent of killing as if you own her? She's not your property, you know. Nti e wo hot there in those days, but say there ya does be normal to some people. Say we am sell. Unim na usu be jamia. I remember somebody telling me say in her youthful days, abosi kan obi kra di jot be ma no. Osi hwe say osi unim intena me di jot he be say we ni. And the person was virtually punching the cigarette, or glowing cigarette, you know. No, or the one eyeball, no.
Because also no ntna bi.
Yeah. So,
but wait, me ntna bi mo. Say, we say me ntna, we the jot be woman, jot ayaso.
Yeah.
And talking about jot,
no kasanos or no jot, no. You know, can't say the best saying in this say
and talking about jots, Mamimfa Winchim, and also here, pa, answer and a bet you no. You see, there is a post going around, making the rounds, a picture of Gabia Sariotri Dako with a quote. Say, when I was young, I used to learn with the lights from my father's jots. Or see a Yanukre. Says I post no fake. A blog has been I mean, on Monday didn't quite answer me. Let's discuss. So I was wondering, how can you learn with light from a secret?
Because I didn't know. That's when it's sort of glows, brightens up a little bit. Every second,
every chain so that light, you know, so now Gabi is hiding and Mumbungu. He didn't learn with the light from his father's
light. Much is now would be best so jot to know. This will be before Frank.
I said this is Obi story. I started my restaurant with 1 grain of rice. You know. Anyway, I can see on the jot to the woman in those days. But one found
but a man who mark on his forehead. The forehead, you know, sometimes when people threaten you like that, send your papa no in an interview say, police in no any habit. No, was show some violent trend no be that. Now, no, he walked into their house, the girl's house, and threatened to beat her
the girl up. It was the girl's elder brother and co who came to separate. And so no matching.
They should have seen it coming.
Yes. No mumprano.
Oh, no Bonuka. That's right. Oh, Hale. Mama
Okay. Yeah. So finally, before I bring in Safo on his thoughts, anger management in relationship. We are paying one. We yiri ma. Pena be Jojo. And now or do feelings they grow. I don't know. How? Obi I don't know was say open up be Jojo. Well said. Well, Obi yeah, it's possible so to me ate we yiri ho. Nanso obi fufro de feelings they grow. Enti say in doses obi can say akosua say wa ade wa yemi wa mare wa kame. Enti say enti papa beat yes say on jino sa anon to akosua say wa nan fan chichi.
Yeah, Halifax. I want to be able to understand. Say it's possible. Say who yiri kra. Ni pafo Robert midi u feelings are there. It is possible.
Normal.
The question is, then ti ena owo yiri ena okosi obipe. There is something else he needed. Some vacuum be that needed to be filled. Enu na manu ko sa side chick no. Ena inti as things were going, it appears he got that satisfaction over there. Niana wanya wo fi no. Onya wo nti ne ne ji.
Mba bi ubeba fie no na afi dia odi tumango bi achichi ne
oh,
in those days yeah we ubeba na was legis pepe bi 90 class see through. This is okoda now she kaki.
Yes. Into your satisfaction now onya wo ho nti. Na mbako say na adwen wo ho ni feelings rather ewo side chick no ho chen fi. Na minim ne ba ya afi de wonya. I just wanted to prove to explain say it's possible say bibi sa betimi esi. However, anger management. Sadi amanfo akohun school the problem is still there. In other places, in other countries, you are training almost every individual, apart from the primary doctor or some psychologist, are managing. Those countries, you don't only have a hospital you attend, you have what you call your primary doctor. Wo na wo be chusu wo doctor wo pe. It was our facility no. Maybe they have about 10 different doctors, medical doctors. They will give you their profile. Now watch it. Ni pa wo feel say oni no, wo bet me no discuss with private things. Wo share ni age, any age, whether he or she will understand you better because of the age. Years in the profession, and you know what choose ni pa me no. Wo primary doctor. Apart from that, Nusa was psychologist. They do all these things. At the end of the day, they even kill their lovers more than we do in this part of the world.
Despite the
psychological
therapy,
the therapies,
emotional management,
you were called a PhD holder,
the antidepressants, it doesn't work.
Halifax, Nema wa muye wa no, West.
Then what is the solution?
So the solution, I think, lies with the individuals. No, one I bet to me.
When you are doing
say me control me to this point. That is what I think. But yes, counselor, no cancel. Not say or cancel we you know. And if you are emotional, we are erratic. Here there. Those things will show their heads once in a while, even when the counselor is not there. We may not get a total answer to this situation, but let's see what life brings to us. It's a pity. Now,
so all
the first time in this country, Amimati said will be in a full public glare.
By the roadside,
by the roadside. No, I come the panel. Pull. Just to make sure. 5 times to make sure say independent.
Close range.
Now we know what Johnny.
Anyway, if you are a man out there and you are a married man and your side chick is worrying you, mpacho membo no tu. Membo no dia. Facheno.
Dia bena ukan. Dia say stick and I say dia say juju.
Ne. Nyina. Infa miesa nyina.
Yo mate.
Na usori anapa. Bonyum we never cheche wore.
You are welcome to Best Entertainment Show with your host Halifax Ansah-Addo on OK 101.7 FM.
When
The Willow Moy sang this one. And on Facebook, the comments are quite interesting. Daniel Addo Senior says, wow, Nene hits the right position. What you don't get from your wife, you will get it from side chick. From Germany, Munich City. My name is Daniel Addo Senior. Neskin Alex is saying it's sad, but it seems like risk in side chick and for Adamo Giamon says, Nene, that thing is called intellectual madness. Sir, intellectual madness, I saying. And Kojo Asempa is saying, I'm enjoying this great show from Kojo Asempa Furniture Works. Edom Kumasi. Good morning, Halifax. Watching you live from the chambers of my name is Piaga. Mami Siakwa says, Menka baby, I mean Bow Tunzu. Ah. Then Sana City almost me take remani tree nyede muntie de wulo mo for tui General Socrates Safo Chief Inspector and Police Inspector PPPPP short side chick run away police catchy put him in cooler he go to court.
Halifax, who do we blame? Now we can't about Akorabi or Kototofi. And I say no Petofi. You be saying say low sperm count, or 10 when you saw who for.
That's not motive so.
Good. Years ago, na sa a name away no ye war away your maimo. But don't play a idea na ye need. Gunplay.
So say a two-way diagro.
Yes. Say a man for Eddie two taking pride and protecting themselves with guns. A bedroom baby say a nipa back one year thrown away society muye orphans. Who don't sako can orphana who him say a jankaba. Nema me samay and ne papa samay will come after you. But what do we do? We start showing the Western way of doing things. Television, Halifax.
Yeah.
Near chere how people are taking revenge. Movies. Near chere. To the point say, in Ghanaian films, the classification office at that time, no, I can say, Udisini biya bane samai. Any beifu any nema wumua, they will reject it because adults would do. My look like a beisamane yunkwani jidi.
Really, there was something like that.
Yeah, there was something like that.
Because me kam was sama no crack to me bomb. It's true. Sama na why make up nema.
It happened in Ghana.
I see.
Yes. Emma, there is one guy saw metal or you film about the Wonder Beast behind the war is the brown hafo. Meaning so kaya. One half Wonder Beast be by yes, I no pan wachichi in Yana near man wa real money near ma. Or you film near Bani, say, no, Yachim says anima way and pet. Any jay. Then we start introducing guns. Because if you are going to use the ghost to come and take a revenge, the spiritualists will take a revenge. They are going to bash you. Society is going to bash you. In Tinafedia, the only way out is to go the American way, where gunplay is the order of the day. And a hunsu sanswani win. Say obiyo bibi na umpenia. Just say all you are thinking of is to be like the tough guy in the movie and pull a gun. Come on, Halifax. Ubisab mayor with the little experience me wano. This is where the problem started from. Say you changing the society. The face of our society. Who change the face of your society? You use what media. And no any you And no, any hunde Halifax.
So you are blaming media content for a well-trained police inspector who couldn't manage his emotions.
Yes, Halifax. He has the that challenge, you know. Or dam kakra wom. And
they won't walk.
Me
medical.
Oh, me no, me dam no woman in your medical dam say, but say ubia no. You were a moment of madness. It be there high.
Thanks for clarifying.
It been to me, managing ye.
Our emotional challenges.
Yes, emotional challenges. Yeah, it be a home to me manage into the react. It been to me a suppress your body. Yeah, into your no or will be into no you know will be influenced by them bebre.
And this for me, bo, papa or no pet. Now stress are for movies here working.
And no Halifax.
Na ye bebrebe a ye hwe ye may disappointed na ye am bo mutuo.
Halifax because we need to only be.
Nipa bebre wo tuo ni bi.
But bebre zu ni bi. Bebre ni bi. But the kind of revenge in komo be take both a man and mema o. Both a man and mema. In the kind of revenge because you hu niema no social media, you hu TV so you hu movies mo niema. And sometimes obi yo bibi anu akai bibi a hu ye.
Exactly. Then I see on the branch Bremon. ABC, you know. Papa be you George.
Oh yes, Halifax.
It's George knows on us all what TV.
Halifax said, you see these films. Your more friends who watch Chinese film. PR. You feel like you are Nacha the Great. Actually, nipa you imagine them what you can do to them. So the least opportunity you want to be like the blowman in the film. I am telling you, Halifax, these things we see every day. The movies, the pictures we see, the social media, Facebook, the thrown about, you know, Halifax, I'm telling you, it has psychological impact on the attitude of the society.
What is the solution? What is the way forward? You
see, you manage the exposure. You manage the exposure, I'm telling you.
The engine is saying I manage exposure.
Would we allow in public space? Public space. You be man akotra. Dan fu be kweku kwami be release film be osi kweku killer. Picture nemu na blowman no. Ekitetu. Enom dey poster no. Me the film ne kwa America. When say me de call am can say no. They can't show this on the poster. Just showing the guy holding the gun. They said no, nobody will buy, no responsible parent will buy this film with this poster. And they are going to yeah. And you know, or me redesigning poster no. Just the poster keka. It's film no mukrabo no.
You know how I run my show.
Yeah.
Baby, I'm in Tiasiana. Enya America Korean and not Schwarzenegger commando movies if free ban.
Yeah, but actually
na say almost dey bia na omo kita two omo posters.
One
Die Hard, ye call frame Cynthia Root Rock omo. E be omo kita two.
Halifax. We ye niam bi dru ba bi ni ohunhun sunso a afi de na see manage. It happened there. To the point that the black community especially.
So they've changed it.
Yes.
And because I was wondering, say, and I believe say Nyamipe.
Yeah.
It's can say an American when
especially the black community, you know, they don't want these things at home.
Well, you are right because these days, growing up, so we show more. Boy used to see the guns, but then as I would show Netflix action movie posters now, you hardly see a gun.
Yeah.
Hardly. I mean, Kaise me hobi. David me hobi.
Every child wants to be tough with guns because they see that if you have a gun, you have power.
I see.
Yeah.
But over here, still,
sister, and make a child drew me be near the three. Near ye culture, subculture, near beliefs. Near the ye near mano. Ye catch a say entity quasam. What am I say? Intino, ye nyai, in cafes, no be your baby, or the Udumanyame, which make a bomb pie.
This I could say one.
Yes. What they call bomb pie. Now, would the Amanyame say, Rade, Shenia, Elcosui, the Master Mame. And there was peace. But by and by, it was growing as we are showing them pictures, movies, and all these social media trends. And it looks like violence is the order of the day.
Therefore, Ebano, sir, it's sad. But doesn't it come back to government? This is our classification committee
Yes,
again.
yes.
Not Socrates Safo.
Thank
Because
you.
with or without you.
Yeah.
And doesn't it come back to
It comes back. It comes back. That is why we need to be serious with this aspect.
because
of
we are buying free swa.
Obi
Chairman
Kofo.
undinwi. But the committee will be there.
Yeah.
And if we don't talk about these things now, so
Yeah.
Safo,
Yeah.
Okreku, Nene, if we don't empower anyway,
Yeah.
yeah. Name say because we can't obienti, and that is happening.
Halifax.
Yeah.
I think when we were inaugurating the committee, I said something there. This committee.
The first day you read a written speech, make I
Yeah. This committee, me and I'm a fatu say, and no me pay because I know what I can do and why we must do it. Because there be a make about me ba small boy who free through because of what she don't see now. Eba be bo from bu ni name. And in some what am I saying? I know what we have to do to guide things that we are showing. But anyway, actually, anyway.
Before I let you go and move to my next topic, you limited it to, foreign influence, media influence, conscientization. But culturally, so papa no so say our yiri and no tifie no and so sunya wo sinimo say on cover side chick.
Oh, there be Halifax.
Na side chick now.
It has been with us since the days of Adam. Yes, Abraham. Kind of side chicks are no.
Min name so
Who
side
kind
chick.
Bible na? Abraham was bear 12.
Really?
Kind Bible, yes.
Min name. Min kind
And your money
him
from concubines. Concubines.
Father Abraham.
Yes, Abraham. Or ne Sarah wo yibi ye no. Or ne we nso be wo ye e chire no. Or other concubines.
It's a big deal bia.
And a big deal. It is how you manage it. You see, abrofu semia na ma concubinism. Ebe ye be a big deal over here. But he that we know now is part of our culture. Yes. Obia obeji echinye bia no. Yenko from the Bible to yen ancestors. It was there.
I see.
Ni ehunu se boni bia abrofu no na omo de per their culture no. Omo ye no say eye illegal.
Because
crime.
no one man one wife.
Yes. But even they have mistresses. Who is a mistress? Just that they criminalize it. Na yama obema ya show say untimi enyebi because omo hono you see omo dane enema the woman has power. That is their subculture. Any yensu yesua. Nti ama enema na be say but if you go to the some of our traditional settings and they still have that beliefs or they go by their tradition and you see a man with a wife and the woman understands that my husband is capable and can have other women aside but I must get my due respect. They accept it. It's law. It's part of their traditions. Complaining, your baby say, so that is where
I believe it can happen only when you do traditional marriage. But
Well,
name and our sign is our court to one. Off. Say yeah, you share down check away ya or do you worry because they are traditional one you mean we are safe in Kakara. Prophet Akona never can say nya kunanka. Anyway, I have another topic. Now, unless you want to bite from what Safwa said, it's or you find.
Let me ask council any help. This topic, the councilor talk.
That's a papa have an enemy court.
Yeah, just to add to what Safo said. In the case of Wayne, or a police officer, it's not like there's too much gun in the system. Unless say we are talking generally about the incidents of violence, he's right. I
agree. I thought as Obia was saying, see, no psychological training, mental capacity
back the fact
to handle his emotions. Just
this brings back the fact that he said, I say regularly they should go for checkup.
At whose cost?
At government cost. Ukra tu udi mimisika ekra tu akesi akesi echichema nipa so mufanye juma. Then it's your duty to
These two men all the police should be going for regular.
Oh, yes. Halifax.
ECG lights be like what balance take from Munchu and we na won na ma can say.
Blood, killer cut.
Yo.
Killer cut, blood, killer cut.
Honestly, all those years, Boss Kumpacho, rewind the selector for me. What's it then?
Killer cut, blood, killer cut. Killer cut, blood, killer cut.
Safonine, when him say all these years, this killer cat, I was hearing them say that kill a cat, blood, kill a cat. Me name does I don't hear killer cat too.
Because you misa, where misa?
Me bisa about my son less than
Where misa?
me go bisa why?
Your killer cat.
Me bo 17 is here and I have doubts. And I maybe, but I was so sure. And I didn't sure. Safo, what were you hearing? Can you cry when you're near me?
Me killer cat. Killer cat.
If you're near me, me kill a cat blood, especially local blood. I just say kumejamwa moja.
Me blood, me
bro. They say, oh, yeah, bro, send we say for you be on there service. Nana, what were you hearing?
Me dey say me dey say killer cat, me like community accident, you know. Me fan.
It's what you saying.
Killer cat, bro. Killer cat, bro.
Toxic, Mr. Bosco, rewind this thing for me.
Killer cut, blood.
Let's go.
Killer cut, blood, killer cut.
Sound looks like blood.
Kill a cat. So basically, what he was saying, according to what we are hearing now, is killer cat, blood, killer cat. It means the music that you've cut is a killer cat. Sound, what can you hear, Charlie? This be killer vibes, killer cats. Killer cat, blood. Blood means my brother. You get what I say? This is a sweet vibe. Killer cat, blood, killer cat. But several years after I've been saying killer cats, this song has now brought a problem between Obrafour and Drake. There is a remix featuring Tiny, and he sued Drake for some $10 million. Say, you know, Drake has sampled the killer cat part. And then just when the case was about boiling, Bancha comes in and says, oh boy, so killer cat no me manche me na me kai. Na me dia nya wo die. Into say who sue Drake for the entire song there. Well, we may listen to you, but I can confirm me part no pe. Say would the sue Drake there wo boy. Like this. I mean, like this show. Ebi ama company bi. Maybe ebi ya show awie. Then makwa ko sue say o Safo kan asem bi. Na obi de sa asem no akwa ye nyunti me ko sue ne pa no. Safo come and say that Hali na say asem no me Safo na me kai. Enye wo Hali na wo kai. But we must see well manchene ka killer cat you. Enye no kai. Once the killer cat is on Obrafour song, Obrafour will intellectual right to the entire production. Because without the song, Killer Cat wouldn't exist. General, I mean, when I'm waiting penny for industry, what do you know about this thing? Where do we take it from?
With Makasa with experience.
Okay.
Yes. Time consi me so kakra. But experience now the can Halifax.
Yeah.
You share the first copyright suit. We share quite fast so by it say we are.
Sir.
Yes. And you know be on my nyom. And I'm call restaurants. E ko didi ye. Na restaurants na e bo omo nyom a omo aye. Plate no. And any e bo. And oba so oba be.
Hey, Safo.
Yes.
You hit your face like that.
Yes.
And that's on the ta.
Bonnie
Bang.
No.
Are you hurt?
Yes.
Now we couldn't. You are hurt. Oh, so let's. Sorry. What were you?
Call ambulance. Insect be kitwe be.
So if you gave yourself a blow to kill an insect, what will you do to a cockroach?
Jesus Christ.
I'll
give it a killer cat.
Yeah.
Right. That's all.
Oliver, so then they approach the owner and say, look, we won't pay because we boy and we they trick customers.
Okay.
Into a issue and you call courts, and that is how come the first copyright issue came to be, and then rights of composers, and we're cheating the right of all those who organize and do the song, and so
instrumentalists.
Yes, because instrumentalists who say who musician no ba, what the union pen aba, Me so na me be creative.
Where when you means just the lyrics.
The lyrics.
Or maybe melody.
Yeah, melody no
Okay.
na odi aba. E ye me so na me tena se creative.
Send and senkunu beko.
Ekono ni niam me so ne maye. Enti what about me?
Na we senkunu free man.
Free man.
Ebeka a cappella.
Yes. Good. So every contributor to the music has a right of his own. Before the entire music, we are then near the economic rights, but the fact that you have the economic rights doesn't mean, say, you own the right of every contribution to the song. No,
It doesn't mean you are the sole and only right owner to the entire production.
exactly.
There are other right owners
Yes.
depending on which part of production we are talking
Exactly.
about.
Exactly.
Nti se wo feature obi a nipa no so wo right wo so.
Exactly.
Na si your bones nkunu or right wo so.
Exactly.
The other ne sika shame no for executive production no so or ni right wo so. That's what you are saying.
Yeah.
Koso.
Now, me who fair case we no, and you manage say, oh, Obrafo, I could SU. Then I ask myself, how I don't think I was you. Drake, is he so ignorant to the point say, oh, maybe sir for the writer now? Then I got to know, say, Drake actually approached Obrafo for the right. But whether Obrafo responded yes or no, is another thing. A similar case is what happened there. Tracy Chapman versus Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj approached Tracy Chapman. So person use name Tracy Chapman accepted. Any later no, a ban says anyway use no. They went to court and Tracy was compensated for $450,000. Here is the same case. Drake approached Obrafo. Obrafo responded. Drake a call forward where you. Now comes the case. Now Manche comes up from nowhere to come and throw, say, hey, hello, Drake, hold it. And you know, Obrafo, can accept now of Pecky and a media.
Killer cat. No?
Killer cat, no, a media. Now, who is Manche? I did my check. I realized that Manche is not just some fluke from nowhere. Manche is somebody who was doing this and has been doing these bites, no, my friend bites, sound bites, no, as his contribution to music. So, bebre, why ye be 20? Obrafo nyum be 20. Why ye?
You man no hype we actually.
Yes.
No, the killer cat.
Also, ni tisania ye wo she who ka she. She one girl what to nyum gu amanfo nyum bebre so. Onu so na dwuma no. Who hia na no afre no ababe back ne niema ne wababe yes a niema we ama. And then here is the case Manche contribution to that song is what is needed.
Is what Drake has picked. That is the bone
Drake
of contention.
Let them now or trauma
Obrafo
no. A DNA request for. That is where we must ask. Why has Manche ignored and then go on these tangents, which I don't agree with him at all? I think Manche acted a bit kakra.
What is Eji Kakra?
One ati ye ubisamia.
Okay.
E was say enka empenifuo miensa etna se. What am I saying? No more kasa asem we. Manche, Hammer, any Obrafo. And was saying Kaumutina se no more kasa asem.
As a man on call court.
On court. But why social media, which I don't agree with him. But what will push him to also go on social media? Halifax Ansah-Addo. Sa asem we amanfo bebre obi aso ne chi ne nan me so meti han say me so ni ba bia keke because
there want to mean so Manche baby or be man want to mean so ni baby akeke.
There are so many questions. Since asem we ba ye. Now me read the post of Manche. And I say for 1 year he's been trying for them to meet. For 1 year, no, he's been trying for them to meet and discuss this thing. That means this thing started not today. But has Manche got the rights For me, where I sit, I think yes, Manche has got a right. If we all agree, say kill a cat blood. Kill a cat blood.
Kill a cat blood.
And only contribution in a way. I think say somebody must sit with Manche. But the entire song belongs to Obrafo.
We were in this country when Kweku Darlington did a song called Sika Kankai.
Yes.
And as far as it's concerned, they said they've spoken to Aseibu Amenfi.
Good.
And Aseibu Amenfi am an rice no say koye. Indeed, Aseibu Amenfi na tu nyom.
Exactly.
But nyom no ba house no wie yen. And papa bi obi anim no. Ofrechi ba mu to say tiny. Can say o David. E ba me to tiny clear David. Eye wo voice.
Yeah.
Eye wo nyom. Me na me disika shame as executive producer. And see who need to me say wo pay the rest no be more be. He won. Kweku Darlington has to go and settle that. My real anything. Anything.
And you Mickey.
Mickey, is it Mickey?
Kwame Mickey.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
And then
Kwame Mickey owns the economic right of the song.
Exactly.
Because
of the Sikashim.
Yes.
So now we are saying that for the fact say Manchene etu sa part he has some right on it.
Exactly.
And if that part it has become a bone of contention now, or your interested party,
exactly,
he can join the case.
He can join the case.
I remember one day somebody sued DC or something, and DC joined the case. Yes. So we are interested in because the outcome would affect me. Well, still yes, yeah.
Yeah. Halifax, and
well, maybe what's today, man? Maybe Wednesday we can continue the discussion.
Okay. Maybe addition in here, because we are see edition idea, papa. When you say I'm for baby, radio stations, send your working. Almost yet in the radio stations, almost free radio station now. Can the radio stations continue using it?
I remember the good old Elizabeth Ohini, a highly respected journalist by all standards, editor for Daily Graphic. When him said later, all compiling editorials, I watch all graphics, so they go a book, and you see in some baby by said they when I would throw a bomb, I would throw my pepe, na you but save you. I say no, I mean, or throw book no pay, thinking aloud. That's the name of the book.
Oh, okay. Copyright issues at the Seppo. See, a song. Inti baby, I would be a.
It is a gender, so why back one? Another layer. Why?
Yeah.
As if, really? It's time. Olubadon.
Yeah, Halifax.
A short bite.
Me the first time I'm tease, I say me.
Killer cat, no.
Killer, said you call court, no killer cat, I call court, no. Me serious me serious kwa me say
are they?
Na me bisa me who questions. Why nyum in tree? Na wako siu obi the brofo aspect no. Wako siu obi says a brofo aspect no ye who creative who creation. Say phrase no cry a tree. We are not talking law here. I'm just talking common sense. Say phrase no ye tree poa ye be find say nipa no ye ganani. It is likely say he brought that into being. But who cause you obroni say wabe wia wo brofo me that intro me serious ana me bisa me honsemo it doesn't make sense to me.
Also what simplify the no or see Debbie what ba be wia me brofo send na me can no perfect so
every baby
so why didn't Drake say kill a cat's blood but once it says kill a cat's blood echo with the same tempo vibe.
You see this issue of copyright asafu explaining any account
you need see bronia wi ani brofo
so they go obibi say bronia wi ani brofo me dwe ho am ti ase Halifax it's true inti nipa na otini baby na okan ye say inti wo ko hoko ye den. Look at the number of people who are making money just out of that phrase. Into no saying anything. Optimism onko si obia na said thing. You know, I feel me can say bia the first 3 lines of the song now we have to make it clear. To make it very very clear say why we are beating no and now but Sakila cat and you are looking for $10 million
from a foreign court.
In America. And you're gonna have what you know. Nipa no su ye Canada ni. Wusu ye Ghana ni. Wako si you know America.
Where we are bro.
We are bro. Ain't no, he really has a hurdle to prove that because the amount of we know never determine to what extent it has affected you. 10 million. What you say? Internet say nyumna ye sa eina ye wia ye no e affected no wakwan bebresu. Was he making millions before that part was stolen? That he can prove to the court to say, nanka me ye millions. I was heading towards becoming a millionaire. Na sa e line now wia ye no ne block me and amanti me anya ye bium. How what are you going to tell the court? Because there are a lot of things. But hold on. Assembly will court too. But we are just trying to think aloud. We are not quoting any law.
I didn't say he's talking law. Okay. He's saying that Isobraf was suing for the entire album, the entire track of that.
Or the intro to that.
Intro, no. And how did we value the 10 million? That was his main submission. Yeah. I mean, how did you value? Because is it the entire album? Yes, how pass no pen? I want to see a higher 10 million.
The value will be determined by the court.
That is it. Then the court never determined.
So over the years, we have full standard crap. Why in a court tomorrow?
Court tomorrow.
Halifax. Check it. Cases
me say the normal in America no the normal a year you buy $150,000. That's
for
what? For such breach of a year, friends saying copyright a year.
No.
But running it to 10.
Safo, do you have your figures?
Yeah,
so bring your figures.
Even Tracy Chapman settlement too, and yet see Oman Koko too. Was 450,000.
Was it for an intro for what? For an intro for the entire song?
Not the entire song. Not the entire song.
Okay, so for
what?
For a phrase in the song. Check it.
As for me, when I don't know, I say I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't behave like
okay. Now, one can you suit no so actually say Obrafo was using Gamru a year to prove say nyum no yenidia. But there are other people in the industry who are also saying say Gamru alone doesn't prove copyright. There's a copyright office and there is Gamru. Intino so you need dear. I'll register with the copyright officer. Certificate to that effect must come from copyright, not from Gamru. Gamru they are just registering say a new, but the copyright aspect, it comes from another office. So that there are technical aspects of it. It's asking me, very interesting. We will get to that when we get to court.
But I don't doubt the ownership of the song, which belongs to.
No. Nobody is doubting.
How do you call it?
Execution Entertainment.
Not a matter of doubt.
It's not in doubt.
It's not in doubt. The song has been played over and over. But as to whether you registered it with the copyright office, it's another thing.
But you don't need to register it to own it.
Even Manche.
Interesting.
Even Manche is not doubting the song belongs to Obrafo.
Yes.
He's always saying, I own this part of it.
Yes.
It is what the cocos are 10 million. Consult me. Let's talk properly.
Yeah, I think that is the case.
Well.
But, Halifax,
it's for 12
one point. Registration is not the only means for you to claim ownership. No. Once you created it, and there's evidence that you created it.
So what are the evidences? Give us the evidence.
So when you register a cry, it still belongs to you, and you can prove.
Mr. Halifax
registration.
Honestly, William was Omompong. Needing the Bennett Nenete Akwaku. Thanks for coming on the holiday and so great stuff. For production team led by Obia Gloria and DJ Bosco. Show proudly sponsored by Vodafone. Further together. I move on to Peace 104.3 for the midday news. I am out of here. Station,